What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James of Mint Hunter Comics. I was just in my local comic book shop and I had a chat with the owner about Captain America. And we both came to the same epiphany like, hey, we both haven't sold any Captain America practically at all in the past year. Literally the next day, I had my regularly scheduled Sunday claim sale in which everything was going real well, books flying off the wall, and I brought some Captain America up, and everything stopped dead in its tracks. It's actually, the video is live. You can find it on my replayed claim sales, something like the 2-hour mark. You could just see it, just crickets. Not to mention, at my antique shop, I actually think I may have not even sold a single Captain America book yet. We've been open for a whole year now. What the heck is it about Captain America that collectors just aren't interested in? Well, I've thought long and hard about this, and I broke it down into basically 5 things. So we're going to get into it here today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me do videos like this on a full-time basis. And the weirdest thing about it all is he's had a tremendous presence in movies. And I actually think that of all the MCU characters, he's gotten the best treatment. Hell, he even got to say goodbye on awesome terms. In the movies, he's been very well represented. And Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, is possibly one of the best, if not the best, MCU movies that exist. I'm going to talk about why that's actually a double-edged sword in just a second, but I think our first reason why I think a lot of people aren't collecting Captain America is his big A is too limiting. He is, after all, Captain America. He's not Captain UN, Captain Earth, Captain Universe. He's Captain America. So maybe you might not feel that kinship to him if you're not American, or if you just don't really view America in that way. For us Americans out there, let's imagine that Captain America was like Captain New Jersey. Might feel a little bit limiting. Put that on a bigger scale, and that maybe accounts for why some people aren't so into Captain America. Same thing goes with Captain Britain, all those dudes. That may be one of the most obvious reasons why Captain America isn't for everyone. I think it goes a lot further, though. Next up, I want to talk about how this is the double-edged sword to the movies, right? He's kind of done with. So we've gotten Captain America 1, 2, 3. We've gotten a lot of Captain America, and we've even got Endgame. We got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so we know Falcon is the new Captain America. A lot of speculation sometimes drives collectors' markets. True collectors that love a character really go against the tide, and they'll be collecting without the movie speculation. But on a grander scale, speculators, flippers, those that want to kind of follow what the movies are doing are going to be more interested when future projects are happening of that character. And we are going to get a Captain America 4, but that being said, a lot of the main speculation is over and done with. Like, do you know how affordable the first appearance of Arnim Zola is? I bet you don't. I've got it on the wall there, Cap 209 there. Way cheaper than you'd think. And that's a lot of the keys in regards to Captain America there. A lot of those movie appearances of those characters are over and done. So a lot of people just think, kind of like Carnage, well, it's run its course, and you know what, we don't have to collect it anymore. Now, there's a lot of characters out there that are widely popular, that there are no movies and things like that, and the keys surrounding those characters are still super expensive. So why is it a Cap thing? The popularity of Captain America's character, it just isn't the same as Wolverine, unfortunately, or Batman, or some of these other ones. We're going to talk into that a little bit more. But with movie speculation, like, yeah, we have yet to get Sin, Daughter of Red Skull. We're going to get some Daughters of Liberty, possibly. But overall, the speculation for Cap and Cap world-related stuff is down, and a lot of people don't really put their chips into that when there is no speculation. And that brings me to my next point, which is to the keys themselves. Captain America may just be too confusing. Now, this isn't strictly a Captain America problem, but Marvel does like to put out a gajillion volumes. They keep resetting. I mean, well, we have like, I don't even know, 10 volumes of Captain America by now. Then we have like Steve Rogers' Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier run. Falcon as Captain America, Sam Wilson Captain America. There are so many offshoots, different volumes, and different brands. Collecting Cap is made a little bit unnecessarily complicated, but for those people that mainly just want the regular run, I'm thinking that Silver Age pocket, those have some pretty desirable keys and some pretty cool covers once you get pretty early there. But interestingly, even those are often very affordable. I do think the people that do collect Captain America collect so exclusively that Silver Age stuff, maybe Avengers 4 as well, not the Golden Age, we're being honest. Who's going to be able to afford that stuff? And a lot of the 90s on up in the 2000s gets a bit forgotten, even though a lot of those particular runs, I should mention, are actually award-winning and just particularly excellent runs of comics. It's true. But whenever I do actually see Captain America move, it's always just the early Silver Age stuff. My antique shop and claim sales, hell, I can't even move the bronze stuff, even the stuff that is keys. What is that? So he's too limiting in his representation. There's not a lot of speculation at the moment for Captain America. It is confusing, but still all that, I think, doesn't tell me why his keys don't move, but other characters kind of similar do. And that brings us to the next point, which a lot of people consider Captain America to be a dork, that Boy Scout type trope. And I'm particularly offended by that because I'm an Eagle Scout, Boy Scout. But you know what? It is there. It's the same reason why a lot of people don't collect Superman. He's too perfect, too idealized. Remember when Captain America came out, he was supposed to be the best of the best of his time, better than his time even. That's why they chose him for the super soldier serum. But I think in the age of the anti-hero, everybody loves the Tony Sopranos, the Walter Whites, the Lobos, the Deadpools. Anti-heroes are more popular than ever. Or regular heroes that maybe have a dark storyline or some sort of weakness really shown in the pages. And Captain America doesn't really have any weaknesses, man. He's the best of us, right? And that whole dork Boy Scout trope sort of thing isn't exactly something that people value. I actually view that in a certain way. I'm not going to condemn that because I think the more interesting writing oftentimes is more unique and compelling characters that do have more adversity in their lives and challenges. And maybe Captain America just doesn't have enough of that. A lot of times when we see Captain America, he's so perfect and idealized, which is why I actually found the Ultimate Captain America to be a little bit refreshing. That is a bit of a hot take. I know a lot of people didn't like that, and I understand it messes with the character a bit. If you don't know, Ultimate Captain America, kind of a jerk. After he's been pulled out of the ice, he's actually kind of a cranky old guy. I liked that take. I thought it made him more interesting, but I do recognize, slap on the wrist, I shouldn't be idealizing such a flawed version of Captain America. After all, Captain America is not particularly flawed, and that's fine. That is the character. I just think we live in an age where people want a little more. People want to relate a bit more to their characters. And why can't we relate to people that are perfect? It's too bad. Maybe we should be. The last thing I wanted to talk about is possibly a political angle. For those of you that are Americans or how foreign nations view America, I do think nationalism is particularly down in more recent years. I think you guys can admit there are less patriots out there. People use the term patriots very differently these days, but you know what I'm talking about, right? How we view the flag, how we view America has changed in the last several decades' perspectives. How I personally stand on this, and I don't want to get too much into politics, I think it's good to realize flaws and point them out, vote, do that, be involved, do everything you can for the community. So I think finding flaws and critiquing your own government is valid and should be done. But sometimes people do take it a bit far where they don't even like their own flag. People see the Stars and Stripes a little bit differently because it's not the America that they want. That's always kind of interesting to me because America can and will always change. and it can be something you want, but in the meantime, I think it's a pretty dang good place. Not only I think is he limiting collectors based on the fact that he only represents America, but I think that in particular nationalism, it's just not the same from the Greatest Generation, from the 40s. It's just not. We view it differently. We pick and prod and have more issues with America in more recent years. Whatever side of the fence you're on, you probably agree on that, right? And honestly, I think that may be impacting it. So when I hear, Superman is not the best seller, you know what? I think Superman is a better seller than Captain America. And I think it's because of those limiting factors and maybe a bit of that political angle. Too many volumes, weird to collect, which avenue you're going to go. And the fact that with movie-wise, a lot of that speculation is kind of over and done. So right now, collecting-wise, Captain America is at, I think, an all-time low, unfortunately. I think those 5 reasons kind of explain why Captain America hasn't been selling at my antique shop, won't sell at any of my claim sales. I would love to open it up for a discussion. What do you guys think? What other factors am I not thinking about? Drop it down below. And if you are a Captain America fan, stand up for your boy right there. Talk about him. What do you love about Captain America? Me personally, I always liked Captain America as a kid. Let's open the discussion. And don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. I will see you at the next video. Make sure to come down to Sentiment Depot Antiques and Collectibles, where I'm set up with all of my comics, located at 238 West Delaware Ave, Pennington, New Jersey. Open every day except for Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy 10% off from Wednesday to Friday. See you there.